What is up, guys? You're with your man Sean Desi, and today I'm bringing you a video on Syndicate's channel. That's right. Buy your parts from Syndicate, guys. Listen to the man Sean Desi, be smart, save yourself some money, and head down to the Rider-owned Syndicate store and buy some parts. But anyway, obviously you can tell by the title of the video, we're doing a trick tutorial, and today's trick tutorial is going to be how to fake your manual with your boy Sean Desi. So starting with fakie manuals, you obviously want manuals dialed. You want to know how to genuinely have control on a scooter and how to balance, because that'll help so much more with performing the trick. So you can either go to a skate park, you can either practice this on flat, or like we're doing, and get a little box and do it like that. So that's what we're doing. We've got this little box, and I'm going to be teaching you some tips and tricks on how to fake your manual. So as I said, you're going to want manuals dialed. So if you don't have manuals dialed, pause this video, leave the tab open, go to the skate park, learn manuals dialed, come home, and then watch this video. And once you've done so, we're gonna get straight into the tips. Alright, so tip number 1 is going to be the footing. Tip number 2 is going to be the balance. And then tip number 3 is gonna be how you land. So we're gonna start off by going from step 1 to step 3, and the first step is the footing. So with the footing, honestly, it doesn't really matter, whatever you're most comfortable with, but I like to have my feet here, I'll do it on here. I like to have my feet pretty close to the back of the scooter, as you can see. I mean, you don't want them spread out, because then it's going to be harder to lean back. The further back it is, the more easier it's going to be to actually lean back and hold the fakie manual on your back wheel. And if your feet are up here, obviously it's going to be too hard. If they're spread out, it's going to make it a little harder. But if it's at the back, pretty nicely at the back, like so, it's just going to make it a lot easier to pull up and hold the fakie manual. So that's the main thing about the footing. You don't have to do exactly what I do, whatever's comfortable for you guys, but obviously you're gonna need to go off these steps a little bit. So you're gonna need your feet at the back of the deck. Now, second step we're gonna get into is the balance. So as I said, you're gonna want some control on the scooter, and you're already gonna wanna learn how to manual, because obviously it's the exact same thing as a manual, just going backwards. The same concept, guys. So since your feet are already at the back, because we've covered the footing, when you land in the fakie manual like so, you're going to want to have really tight wrists and a firm posture in order to hold it, and it'll already naturally take you 180 out. There's a few different ways you can do fakie manuals. You can do a 180 to fakie and then just hop and hold it like that, which honestly is, in my opinion, some people might disagree, but that's probably the hardest way to do it, because you're going fakie the whole time before you do the trick. But the one I'm teaching you how to do is the little slide 180 to fakie manuals, 180 out. You know what? Enough of me telling you how to do it. Let me just demonstrate it real quick, and then we'll get back into the tips. So I hope you guys enjoyed those little examples there, but again, going on to the second step with the control and how you actually balance in the fakie manual, you almost want to feel like you're sitting in a chair. So as you can picture, I'm a bit squatted when I do it. When you 180 into it, you kind of squat, like there's a chair here, you know? There's you're sitting in a chair, imaginary chair, and it just helps you hold that position. You just need to be prepared to shotgun. You just need to be prepared to land on your ass. You need to be prepared to stack. And that's pretty much how you do it, guys. It's all practice. It's really all practice. So when you actually land in it, as I said, you want to keep your wrists tight, your knees, you want to kind of keep knees bent, and then you almost want to feel like you're sitting in a chair. But trust me, guys, you're going to shotgun, you're going to fall, but it's all practice. Now we're going to get into the third step, which is the landing. So with the landing, guys, it already starts to spin you with the 180 out. It's not like you have to try and do a 180 out, because generally, when you 180 into something, it's already giving you the momentum to 180 out. So that's why it makes it a little bit easier just to do it. But when you're in the fakie mani, you want to know that you're coming out of the fakie mani, because when you 180 into it, it's a matter of time before it chucks you out to normal. You want to spot your landing. You want to look at the landing. For example, if you're doing it on a pad, it's even going to be harder, because you have to spot your landing a little more, but I'm just telling you on the floor right now. So when you're in the fakie manual, you're about past 180 degrees, and it'll be pretty easy to get past 180 degrees. Then you got to start spotting your landing, hopping out, and just sticking it as clean as possible. Remember, guys, keep the footing good, keep your wrists tight, your knees bent, sit in an imaginary chair, and by the time you do all those steps, the 180 out, you'll already kind of be spotting it, because it's what happens, guys. It happens in the brain. And then once you land, it kind of already just chucks you to the land. Just gonna make sure you roll away clean. But if you don't get it first try, it doesn't matter. No one gets anything first try. It's all practice, guys. It is 100% fakie manuals is all practice as well as manuals. It's just all muscle memory with the way you balance and stuff. So we're gonna take it to this pad right now. I'm gonna do a nice fakie manual along this pad, and we can get into the combos you can start doing with this trick. So now that you've seen how to do the fakie manual, I've told you the tips and all that, it's all up to you now, guys. It's really all up to you. Saundesi says you can do it, you can freaking do it. You can do whatever you want, guys, I'm telling you. The world is yours. The world is your oyster. Anyway, once you actually get the fakie manual as clean as you can and as best as you can, and you're starting to feel like you can do tricks in or out of it, it really opens so many doorways. As soon as you land any trick, it really opens a lot of doorways, especially ones like fakie manuals and nose manuals, because you can piece anything together. You could go Smith tricks to fakie manual to Smith tricks. You could do grind tricks to fakie manual off the ledge. You could do fakie manual to grind tricks. But what we're gonna do now is just quickly show you a few variants of like tricks into the fakie manual or tricks out of the fakie manual. You can't really do much grind stuff like with this short box we got here. But we're using what we got and we're using the resources right, guys. So I'm gonna show you a few tricks, a few combinations, etc. you can do with this trick to better your riding. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed me demonstrating you some tricks into fakie manual and out of fakie manual. We're chilling, guys, we're chilling, come on. If you want to try any of those tricks yourself and you can't think of any combos to do, I'm about to show you a few more with grinds that we could potentially do, like some 50-50 fakie manuals both ways, maybe some Smiths. We'll see what goes down, guys. Let's get it, let's get it. And there you have it, guys. They are my tricks and tips on how to fakie manual coming from Saundesi. And if you want to do tricks into it or out of it way easier, just remember, sit in that imaginary chair just like you're at school, kids. And then we also demonstrated some grinds out of that, so I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, that's probably gonna have to wrap up the video, guys. The video always gets wrapped up at some point, so you already know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to Syndicate, turn on post notifications for more tutorial videos and custom builds, whatever these guys decide to film in their shop. There's gonna be heaps of different videos, so make sure the post notifications are turned on, leave a positive comment, and also leave a comment if you want more tutorials from the Syndicate boys. Different people can do them, all that kind of stuff, but just suggest tricks so the boys can get more videos smashed out for you. That's all it is. Also head over to my channel, Saundesi. The link might be in the description, might not be, but if it's not, Saundezi, go over to that. Go over to my YouTube channel, chuck a subscribe. Anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed that video brought to you by the man Saundesi and Vegan Schnitzel behind the camera. You already know. It's how we do it, boys. It's how we do it. Peace.